All right, Ambush, and today I am extremely excited because we have the youngest JUNO nominee of all time joining us here on the show. And not only the youngest JUNO nominee of all time, but also the team that helped him to craft that album, which also happens to be his parents, two members of the incredible band A Walk Off the Earth, and Sarah Blackwood and Gianni Luminati, as well as their son Romeo. Oh, I am having a wonderful day. I am so excited. How's it going with all of you?
We are doing great. We're currently in Costa Rica, so we are not complaining about anything.
Yeah,
Pura
it's not
vida.
bad here.
Pura vida.
Hard to have problems, I must say, out there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that you guys are taking some time to enjoy yourselves because you have quite a busy schedule. I mean, Romeo Eats Season 2 just wrapped up. Walk Off the Earth just released a new single. There's an upcoming tour. There's so much going on inside of your guys' world. And of course, we need to jump into Romeo Eats. I mentioned it. Romeo himself, the youngest JUNO nominee of all time. So for all of this to happen, you guys have to discover Romeo has a diverse palette. So when exactly did you guys discover exactly that?
Basically, when he started eating regular food. So at about 6-8 months, a year, he started to eat food. And Johnny is really big into different kinds of foods, experimenting with different things that you might not even be able to find where we live and stuff like that. He's always at different stores that sell different kinds of foods. And anyway, just from him kind of trying those things and getting excited about them, Romeo just really took a passion to it and started saying like, Dad, I want to try that. I want some. And right then we noticed that he did have such a diverse palette. So we started putting him in our Instagram stories and little live streams of him eating things with Johnny, different things that people might find interesting. And they did. And they just were writing us saying, we want to see Romeo eat other stuff, or my kids watch Romeo eat this and now they want to try it. And we then kind of saw that there was a real educational factor to Romeo eating. And so we decided to create a show called Romeo Eats, where he just tries all kinds of different things. Some of them are very unique. Some of them are just everyday foods like broccoli or avocados. And then there's durian fruits and sour sops and stuff that are a little bit different. But we just really wanted to showcase that side of him and also give parents a show to watch on YouTube that wouldn't drive them absolutely insane. And that's where the music came from. That's when we decided to put a song to each episode of what they were eating and have it be music that wouldn't drive parents up the wall. Because there's lots of that out there.
Definitely a lot of children's music out there. And that's one thing that I love is I'm not even a parent. And I turned on the Sushi Song, like the first thing that I checked. And right away you hear Romeo's voice in the background. Sushi! And it's like this catchy beat right away. And I was like, oh, this is a children's album?
Yeah. It's a fine line, yeah. Between children and...
So in 2 seasons, like you mentioned, he's tried some fairly diverse foods here. You mentioned durian. He's tried pomelo. I mean, he's tried fancier truffle than I've probably ever even seen with my own eyes. Like, what would you say some of his favorite things that you've tried have been so far?
What was your favorite thing you tried?
The stinky fruit.
It's the stinky fruit, the durian fruit.
Ooh, really? I'm surprised. I just watched the mango episode recently, and I saw he was loving that. I thought maybe that might take the cake, but the durian, ooh.
Yeah, it changes daily.
Yeah, pomelo is one of his favorite foods of all time.
Why do I always smell the durian fruit?
You smell durian fruit? That's not a good sign.
Oh, no. So, of course, I need to ask, what is it like to be nominated as the youngest Juno nominee of all time. And then, of course, is his parents. How proud of you?
Are you excited to be nominated for Juno?
Yeah,
You gonna get an award, maybe?
I think.
You think so? He's pretty excited. He was very excited. He told all his classmates and his brother. He tells his brothers every morning that he's gonna maybe get an award. So I think he's excited. We're definitely excited. We love going to the Junos. It's always a fun time. Get to see a lot of friends, a lot of fellow musicians that we don't get to see, and hang out. And everybody has a great time over the weekend, whether you win or lose. It's always a good time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's been as a band, it's been about 16 plus years of Walk Off the Earth. I know about 10 years that Sarah's been in the band. I mean, back then you guys probably didn't expect this would be one of the categories you would be nominated in.
No.
You know what, to be honest, like when Johnny and I first started working together, you know, we did talk a lot. We have puppets that are of ourselves, and we did start to see that there were a lot of kids that were, you know, finding our music interesting or watching our videos. So we definitely didn't intend on it being that way, but it just kind of went that way, which is why it felt so natural for us to do a kids album.
Yeah. And we've always been interested in doing so many different things. And sometimes, you know, sometimes people just do one thing and we'll never do that. So it's not like we're just moving into kids music. Like you said, we just put out a single. We're making, we're working on some movies. We're working on albums. Like we never really stopped other things when we start new things. So this isn't like a new phase in our career. It's just adding on to another idea that we had that we wanted to pursue.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you mentioned there's a lot in the future that's going on. But of course, before we discuss some of those WotE things, with Romeo Eats Season 2 just ending, I'm sure lots of the fans are wondering, they're waiting in anticipation. Is there going to be a Season 3? And what are some of the foods that maybe Romeo is waiting to try?
I think so. I think there's going to be a Season 3. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously we were hoping that the show would kind of catch on and have a fan base, and it definitely has done that. So there's a lot of people excited about more episodes. So
Romeo's very excited to shoot more episodes. He keeps asking us when he gets to go back to work.
Yeah. And he's a big seafood head. So I think we're going to explore more goodies from the sea in Season 3, maybe some clams and some lobsters and some crustaceans and stuff like that, because he's a seafood addict.
We've also found a lot of really amazing foods out here in Costa Rica that we've never known about before. So we could, there's the Romeo Dines part of the Romeo Eats series. So every 4th episode is a Romeo Dines episode where he goes to a restaurant and experiences all of their courses. Or the whole menu. And so we might need to do something like that out here, find like a delicious,
exactly, lots of great
delicious place to shoot a Romeo Dines episode out here.
Oh my goodness. One thing that I love about the Romeo Dines is the background, like, I can't remember the announcing.
Narration?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just the way that it goes into it, where it's like where he's eating Italian food, or he's like getting this big steak, and it's just the vibrance of the words. Like, it's just amazing, just how the production that goes into this show.
Yeah, we've had some great collaborations on the narration side, but yeah, we put a lot into the production. We have a great team that we've kind of been building up over the years, just with Walk Off the Earth. And when we told everyone on the team about the project, they were like, we want to be part of this. So it's some of the greatest editors, a great team behind the project. And you can tell by the production, and everyone really cared about it and puts so much work into it. So we're really happy with how it turned out.
Absolutely, as you should be. And another thing that you guys should be very, very happy about is that new single we mentioned, Bet on Me. Definitely has a very 90s vibe to it, very energetic track. And you guys also did an open challenge to find the guest verse for this song. So what was it like to sort of put this track together here?
Yeah, it was something that we've always wanted to do over the years, is kind of be more integrated with the musicians that follow us. But it's always kind of been a tricky way to navigate. And then with TikTok nowadays, it's such a thing that everyone's doing, where they're just throwing music out and putting songs out before they're finished and seeing what people think and seeing if people want to collaborate on it. And we've been on TikTok for a while now. We're like, this song is perfect for that, because we knew we wanted a verse collaboration. So we just threw it out there, and we had so many submissions. Over 1,000 submissions on all platforms, and obviously there's some really amazing ones. And then D-Smoke is a rapper that we actually followed because he had such a great year. We watched his show on Netflix, and he had a great year. He was nominated for a couple of Grammys, and we were like, wow. And his literally was incredibly done. So we're like, this is perfect. So we reached out to him. We're like, you want to be actually on the track? And he's like, let's do it. He's like, he was a fan of us. So.
And then we decided that we loved so many of the other ones that we just put a whole bunch of them all together to create one megaverse.
Yeah.
That's actually my favorite version of the song.
Yeah. And we're actually going to be putting out some remix versions with some of the other artists that collaborated on the open verse. So some of those artists will have their moment on the track as well.
Wow. It's really cool how a band who like got their like true like explosion through like video media is continuing to use video media to do the exact same thing for other artists.
Yeah, I think things are changing so quickly nowadays, but we always want to kind of stay on the cusp of those new things because we knew those new things are what gave us our career. So we want to, we always want to put in the work and stay on top of these cool new technologies and stuff, right? And ways of putting out music because it's moving so fast nowadays, right? So
for sure. Absolutely. And of course, one thing that I'm sure you guys are very excited for as well is to take this new song onto the live stage. And you guys actually have a little bit of a tour coming up in June here. So what is the anticipation like to finally get back on the road?
We can't wait to get back on stage. We did a couple festivals in September in California, and we actually just did a semi-private show the other day in Oakville. And being on a stage, there's no other feeling like it, obviously. And that's something that we've been seriously missing over the last couple of years. So we cannot wait to get on stage, to feel the energy from the crowds. I mean, just like any other musician who's been kind of put on hold as far as live touring and live shows go over the last couple of years, we definitely miss that energy. And we're doing some pretty amazing venues. We're doing Budweiser Stage in Toronto, which is our hometown, which is going to be such a fun show. We're doing Carnegie Hall in New York City, which is another iconic venue that we have always wanted to play. So we're pulling out all the stops for those shows. And then, of course, some of our favorite cities. We're doing Boston. We're doing Cleveland. We're doing a couple other places, even within Canada. We're doing some places out east.
Yeah, we're going to be announcing some shows in Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec. So we're excited. We're definitely anticipating getting back on stage. All I can say is I can't wait to just run along that front row of people and hug and high five them again. And that's what we'll be doing.
Oh, absolutely. And I can't wait. I imagine the fans can't wait to be there in the front row as well, doing the exact same thing. Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. The world of Walk Off the Earth is so amazing, as you guys mentioned, with Romeo Eats. Romeo Eats, the album, new songs, a tour. You guys have an upcoming movie, TV series you guys are working on. Like, there's so much going on. What other things are happening in the future for the band here?
Well, we have a cartoon coming.
We have a cartoon called WotE in Space that we've been working on probably for about 6 years, but just in the last year and a half, it got picked up. And so there's a lot of voiceover work and a lot of stuff like that. It's a really hilarious cartoon. It's for adults as well as kids.
Yeah, the music on the cartoon is some of my favorite music that we've ever written. The songs are really incredible. So we're excited for people to experience that.
Other than that, there's some really cool collaborations coming down the pipe. We're working with a lot of different DJs and stuff on some songs. And other than that, we're really having a lot of fun making these, 15, 30-second kind of Instagram reels and TikTok videos of us just doing little performances and stuff. People really seem to be digging that. So we have a bunch of those kind of planned out for the next couple of months. And other than that, just living life, trying to be happy and trying to put something into the world that people dig.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people have been digging this new track as well as the Romeo Eats, and I'm sure they cannot wait for WotE in Space and whatever else the future holds. And I thank you both so very much, as well as Romeo, for joining us here today on the DTP to tell us all about it.
Muchas gracias.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us.